Hi there, this is Tammy with Tammy's Stamping Therapy. Today I'm coming on to show you how I made this cute little flower box using Stampin' Up! Supplies. I have a friend who does stamping retreats 3 times a year, and I was helping her with those retreats for a while. And one of the ways I helped her was in making customized name gifts for every attendee. And one of the years, I think it was like 2 springs ago, this was what I made. And I had, you see the butterfly is on a little pick? I had a little pick sticking up that had their name on it also, which was lots of fun. Let me show you another one that I've made. I think I've showed you this before. One of the retreats that she does is a Christmas retreat. Oh, it's got cobwebs and stuff on it. And I made this for one of the retreats, so this was a lot of fun to make too. This is the Dashing Deers. Well, the stamp set is Dashing Deer, but I didn't use any of the stamps. But it has matching dies, so I had fun making this. Over the years, I've lost track of how many different things I've made. It was a challenge for me every retreat to come up with something new. Here's another one that I made. It's a cute little bucket that has the same daisy punch that I'm using today, but this time I stamped the flowers and punched them. And then I would do everybody's names on the computer, and it was just lots of fun. So, like I said, over the years I made several different things. Oh, here's another one. This was the first one I ever did. Stampin' Up! Came out with this dragonfly die set that I just loved, and at the same time they came out with the powder. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a pigment powder that you sprinkle, and then when you get it wet, it does beautiful effects. So I colored watercolor paper with those powders, and then I die cut them, and then it had a matching stamp set, and I did this stamping to go with it, and then again I did the names on the computer. So this was the first one I did, and I included one of the little wooden easels. And so the purpose of the name plate has twofold. One is so people know where to sit when they come in, and the other purpose was so when Debbie and I were walking around, if we didn't remember who somebody was, their name was right in front of them. So this helped us to do that. I just made this one this morning, and if you stay till the end, there'll be a surprise. So I'm going to show you how I made it, but I'm going to do the box different for the second one. For this one, I made the box just using a piece of cardstock, and the cardstock is 7 by 5 1/8, and then it's scored at 1 3/4 on all 4 sides, and then I just folded it up and glued it, and then cut paper to layer on there. But Stampin' Up's new catalog is coming out on June 3rd, and as a demonstrator I got a preview of the catalog and I got to do a pre-order. So I wanted to do, one of the things in it is this amazing paper that's called In Good Taste, and this paper is all different elements like whitewashing, bricks, different kinds of wood. It's really fun paper. So I thought it would make a fun box. It will look like a wooden box. I'll show you the paper. I can pull it out. What I'm going to use for this. This is the paper I chose. So I'm going to do a slightly different kind of a box, but it's going to end up the same way. So let's get started with this. The first thing I'm going to do is show you how I make the flowers. There are 2 different daisy punches, a medium one and a large one. And this is what the flower looks like when I first put it together. I bought these little picks at Hobby Lobby. There's like 100 of them, I think, maybe 50 for $3.99. To make the flower, I punch out 2 of the pattern paper with the large daisy and 1 of a matching cardstock, and then 1 each of pattern paper and matching cardstock with the smaller punch. And then to curl it, I just go like this. I like the way they look when they're curled down. Let me show you another one that I've made. I also made these, and they were on some of my decorative boxes that I've done videos on. So I love this whole daisy suite. There's actually 2 stamp sets, and unfortunately it's all retiring. I think I'm going to keep my punches though because I want to use them. So I have these 3 flowers, and I'm just going to glue them together, and I'm offsetting them a bit so you don't really see the spaces. Then I'll put this one on top. And then I'm going to put this little double one on top of all of this. And there's my flower. I'm also using the faceted gems. Where did my gems go? There they are. So I colored these with my Stampin' Blends alcohol markers to match the flowers. This one was colored with Granny Apple Green. That's the color of green I'm using here. So I put it on there. Try to make sure it's centered. And then to make them stick, I always like to push down. So there's my flower, and then I'll show you these picks. This is the package they come in. And there are 72 in there for $3.99. I think everything was on sale. And they have this wire on them. I'm sure it has something to do with making a flower. The wire has always been a pain to me. I don't use it for this. Maybe I would use it for something else. So to add the pick, I'm going to use my glue gun, which looks like it needs another glue stick. And then I'm just going to hold this in there until the glue sets up a little bit. While I stick another glue stick into my glue gun. See if I can get it in there. So I need to hold that for a few seconds. Let's see. So I don't think Debbie's going to get to have her retreat in August. She does them at the beginning of March, one in August and one in September. And the one in August is so close to the one in September because when she found this retreat center, that's the only time she could get in. Each one is at a different retreat center. They're all amazing, although my favorite is the one in September because it's centered around Christmas, which makes it festive, but it's also on the Oregon coast, and I love the ocean. And it's kind of a woodsy setting. It's a lodge out in the woods at this Christian retreat center, and we get a building to ourselves that has a huge meeting room, and it's just lots of fun. I have taken a break this year from the retreats because I have a lot of sleeping issues, and so it's very uncomfortable for me the whole time I'm there because I can't sleep. And I also had too much going on for a while. I'm changing my crafting life right now, so I probably could go again, but right now she can't hold them, so she's going to have to, I think, cancel the one that's in August. I don't know about September. So we'll see. The other one is in Leavenworth, Washington, which is a beautiful retreat center. It is out in the woods. It's not in Leavenworth. It's out in the woods about 10 miles outside of Leavenworth. Leavenworth is a beautiful little town. And it's an artist community type retreat center. There's a few things that I don't care for about Leavenworth. One is it's like a 7-hour drive from where I live. It's a long time in the car. Another is sleeping issues. And then I also have sinus issues. And to go there, I have to cross the Cascade mountain range and go to the other side. And on the other side of the mountain range, it's a lot drier weather than we have here. The air is always drier, and my sinuses do not like it. The last time I went, I had a really hard time, so I also was sick the whole weekend. But the retreats are really a lot of fun. If that wasn't for the sleeping issues, I would probably still be going. But I also needed a break because I went to all 3 every year for several years, and it takes a lot out of you. So it looks like this is all set up now. It's going to stand in there. So there's my little flower. I've already done the 2 others. And then the way we're going to make this box is the way I've made some of my decorative boxes. This paper is 7.5 by 9.5. And I have 5 pieces of chipboard. 2 of them are 1 3/4 by 3.5. One is 1 5/8 by 3.5. And then 2 are 1 5/8 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to put it on here. And I want to try to make it straight because the pattern on the other side is straight. So I'll put it on here. We'll see how straight it ends up. Probably nobody will notice if it's a little bit crooked. I don't know. We'll see. You might notice. I'm not sure. So I'm using my, what is that? Reptile glue. And this chipboard came out of some paper packs from Stampin' Up. Some of the decorative papers, like the foil papers and the glimmer papers, they have this heavier weight in them, backing them. And it works perfect for stuff like this. Some of them have even heavier. I'm very clumsy today. I'll be sure I get this the right way, since it is not square. That one goes that way. And then I'm going to turn this over and burnish it. Isn't this pretty paper? It's kind of hard to tell with my background here, but I think this paper is really pretty. This background, my desk is an IKEA desk that comes in parts. And this is contact paper that I put right on my desk because I wanted a nicer background for doing my videos. So I thought that was fun. I'm pretty sure I got it at the dollar store. And I did it the whole length of the desktop. So now, what am I going to do next? It's been a while since I made one of these. Now, think. I'm going to do this. This is so I can make it up into a box. I could have been more precise and actually scored and cut this different. There are, if you go back and watch those videos, I did one box, I think 3 ways, and this was just one of the ways that I did it. So let's see, what am I going to do first? Oh, I'm going to find smaller scissors, and I'm going to go like this. Be careful how I do this. It has been, I should have gone and watched my own video before I did this, because like I said, it's been a few months since I did this kind of a box. But I can adjust as I go if I need to. This is just like a ballpark. I'm really hungry. I forgot to eat breakfast before I started this. So hopefully you won't hear my stomach growling. Okay. I'll lose my little pen. Okay, so what I did first for this is glue up the sides. So I'm just kind of finger creasing them along the cardstock. This is a fairly heavyweight paper, but it's creasing nicely, which is good. It's not the really heavy stuff. And then I will just glue these down. Okay, I just remembered. Good thing I remembered before I got too far. I can only glue down one side, otherwise how is my box going to stay together? Good question. So this glues this side down. And then the way I put this together is I'm going to take this flap and glue it there. I almost forgot that, and then I would have been trying to figure out how to glue my box together. So I'm going to put this like this to make my edge. See, isn't this making a pretty little box? And I even got it fairly straight. Looks like it's a little tiny bit crooked. Fun, fun, fun. I love making boxes. I haven't made one for a while. I was making them for specific things, and I kind of ran out of things for them. Although I want another one for my desk, another decorative box. I have my pens and scissors and stuff are in a really cute cup, and then a soup can that I put designer paper on, but I'm thinking I want another decorative box. And I should have put glue on that before I did that. So, way too much glue. Paper towels are a wonderful thing when it comes to sopping up extra glue. So there's the beginning of my little box. Now I want to put these down, and it looks like this one is going to go down nicely. I might have to trim some of these as I go. That one needs a hair of a trim. So anyone who watches my channel very much knows that 3D items are really my thing. I love making 3D stuff. And it comes simply to me. I can just look at something and recreate it, or I can decide I need something for a specific purpose. Like one of the boxes I made for my desk at work. I was sitting at work one day and looking at the junk on my desk. I had paper clips and post-it notes and pens laying on my desk, so I made a little box specifically for that. And then on my desk at home, I had all my different adhesives laying around, and I made another little box specifically for that. So it's just, I like making them to satisfy a specific need. This is really not perfect, this little box. I did something wrong, but when it's all put together, well, it is all put together. When the whole thing is done, you're not going to be able to tell. So there's the little box. It's a little bit crooked, but there's my little box. The next thing I'm going to do first is put the pin back in my glue. For inside the box, I found these at the Dollar Tree. There's 4 pieces in here. Each piece is 1.5 inches by 2.6 inches. I take one of these pieces, because this is obviously too big, and take a knife and cut it down the middle. This is the kind, I don't really like this kind. This is the kind when you touch it, it's just, you feel it. I should have got the actual styrofoam kind, which doesn't feel as gross. This is floral foam. This is just gross to me. So there I have 2 pieces, and this should fit down inside my box. Fits in there pretty good, so I'm going to drop some hot glue in here. And then I'm going to stick that in there. Next thing I'm going to do, because it's easiest to do this now, is tie my ribbon. This is our Stampin' Up's 1/4 inch white seam binding ribbon, and I've colored it with my Granny Apple Green alcohol marker, Stampin' Blend marker. And I'm going to just tie it around here, just for a little added decoration. If I can get my fingers to work. There, got it. So that's the little box. And then on here, something else I really don't like. This is I think this came from the Dollar Tree also. It's the mossy stuff that you put in to cover up your foam. It stinks. It smells like dirt, I guess. It's a gross smell. And it's so messy. it's going to be everywhere when I'm done. I want that glued down. And then I'll take this, start with this one, and kind of spread it. Oh, that's might be too much. See the mess that just made? Ick. It's really icky. And that's way more than I need. It smells like, I don't know. It just smells yucky. Don't care for it. The smell goes away when you have your little flower box sitting out, but when you open the bag and that smell is in there, it's like, eesh. And I'm going to get rid of this. I don't like this. Okay. So here is my little flower box. Oh, that's the back. My little flower box. And then I'm going to put the flowers in it. So these are picks. I want the green one to be the tallest one. So I'm going to lean these forward a little bit. This one I only lean the middle one forward, but when I'm looking at it, like the one, I have one on my desk at work that has my name on it, and I don't want to see this. I could have made these shorter. Maybe I will make these shorter. I'll make them a little bit shorter. See how this goes. It's funny, I was thinking that the ones I bought weren't long enough, and then I put it together and they really were. So I'm going to angle them forward a little bit. Oh, and because I took off the point is making it harder to stick it in there, but I still got it in there with the point on. So if I thought ahead on this, I would have cut off the top, and then I would still have the point on the bottom. I didn't think ahead. Come on, get in there. Ah. I want the one in the middle to be taller and to kind of lay on top of the others. Oh, a little bit, I guess. We'll see. So there is that. And then, where's my butterfly? There's my butterfly. I made this little butterfly pick. This is called the Butterfly Gala stamp set, and the way these are, they're attached to each other. Excuse me. The two butterflies are attached to each other. You can see there are 4 different designs of butterflies. The 2 butterflies are attached to each other, and then they have this punch. So you can stamp them both together and punch them out both together, which is really cool. And the way that I did these was I stamped 2 for each, and I colored these with sponge daubers and Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, and Gorgeous Grape ink. and then I punched them out. And I also colored the back because otherwise the back is white, and I didn't want to see white on the back. This pick has some little extra stuff on it. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it right there. I also colored rhinestones with my Stampin' Blend markers. Now I have two little tiny butterflies that were colored and punched. I need to go wash my hands between the styrofoam stuff and the whatever that other stuff is called. What is it called? It doesn't say, but my hands feel gross. So I'm going to take this and stick it right here. And I'm going to take, well, I'm not going to do the other one yet because I have to lay it down for it to dry. I'm going to put the other one right here on the box. Oh, looks like that one's stuck already. Okay. Put that right there. So, there. Let me know what you think. I think they're adorable. I'm going to be making, or I have been making, some other flowers that are a lot more realistic looking, and you do fun things with them, but I thought this was cutesy, so I, you know, I go back and forth. I like the cutesy, I like the elegant, but I thought these were fun. So, the surprise at the end is I am really, really close to 500 subscribers. I only need a few more subscribers and I'll be hitting 500, and I am so pleased. I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed to me and everyone who supports my channel. And what I'm hoping to hit 500 subscribers this weekend, because I only need a few. So if you know people who aren't subscribed yet, go out and get them, tell them that they need to check out my channel, because I think I do fun things on my channel, make fun projects. And the surprise for you guys is I'm going to give these away. And when I give them away, I'll put the little name the way they were in our retreat. So to be entered to win, you need to comment below and say, please enter me, and tell me if you want the wooden box or the gingham box, which you prefer. And I'm going to choose two winners. Hopefully the two winners won't choose the same one. If they do, I can make another one, because I still have all these supplies. So you need to say enter me in the description box below. And when I hit 500 subscribers, hopefully this weekend, I will draw two names and I'll send these out. Again, I really appreciate all my subscribers. I'm having so much fun with these videos and also supporting other people's channels. This is a wonderful community and I love it here. So I want to support others as well. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed my little box, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.